Okay, there we go. Welcome everybody to Coffee and Art in the Morning. I'm Dee Dee. Welcome to our Monday morning show. We're going to work in our Abandoned Places altered book today. Collage, mixed media, altering our Abandoned Places book. I've done a flip through. I'll probably do a little bit of a flip as we go. And we're going to find a page. Didn't plan this out. I got a stack of collage stuff right next to me, and we're going to do a page in Abandoned Places. And then we'll see how much time we have. We might do a color book page later on as well. But first, um, I don't think she's here. I don't think she ever comes to, maybe she might have been here at some point, but I don't think she's not like a regular in our live show. And there's a girl, Angie. I don't know if she wants me to say her last name. It's not Janet. I mean, it's not Lady Jan. It's another, and it's not Ange. Angie F. We'll put it that way. I don't know. I'm always careful about talking about last names and stuff. But anyway, she sent me some happy mail, and I'll show you I can't show you the front of the envelope because it's got names and addresses, but here's the back. This is what her happy mail came in. This is the back of the envelope, and she has Coffee and Art with Dee Dee in the morning on the back here. And she did this little collage. Isn't that awesome, guys? I just thought that was so awesome. And the front's decorated as well, but the addresses are real big on it, so I can't show you the front. And then she did this collage here. Let's move this over here. She did this collage and sent it. So yeah, isn't that cool? So she sent I know, right, guys? Everybody's saying, "Oh, cool and beautiful." So Angie, if you're watching this, everybody's liking your collages. I know, right, guys? Isn't it? Then she had told me about, and some of y'all probably know about blue tack, the kind that you can tape things to your wall without making holes in it, and you stretch it out and it comes off the wall. You probably are aware of it. Well, what I was not aware of, and what she told me, and the reason she sent it to me, was she says this is the best eraser for portraits. Now, she sent me a long tip and trick thing here on the blue tack on how to use it as an eraser. I'm thinking like a kneaded eraser, but I haven't had time to read all this yet. It's a whole bunch of pages of information on blue tack, but it's called, if you just look up erasing pencil with blue tack wall putty. And it's Mike Sibley Fine Art is where she got the information. So Mike Sibley Fine Art, and it's erasing pencil with blue tack wall putty. So yeah, Suzanne, that's why she sent it. So it's a whole bunch of articles on it, on it, and some other pencil tips and stuff like that. I haven't, obviously, like I said, I haven't read it yet. So, but that's why she sent it. I know, right? So we'll see. Yeah, I don't. I can find something maybe later to try it out on. Yeah, y'all know what the blue tack is. The stretchy stuff you hang stuff on your wall so you don't put holes in your wall. This stuff. This stuff. But apparently it erases things. So we'll give that a whirl. I want to read the article and everything first, but I wanted to share with you what she sent. I like to show happy mail as soon as possible. I know, right? And then Janet, clutch your pearls, Janet. Not only did she send me a little the sock monkey charm, but sock monkey paper clips. Look, guys. Sock monkey paper clips. They're so cute. They got a little red jewel on the back to keep them attached to the paper clip. I love me some sock monkeys. They're just so cute. They make you happy. And yeah, so little sock monkey paper clips. So anyway, yeah. And the sock monkey charm. I know. Aren't they cute? Ah, I know. Aren't they adorable? I know. Everybody's going, oh, so cute, adorable. I know. So, yeah. So, thank you so much, Angie F. from Facebook for sending this. I know, right? And I will read this article and keep you guys posted on, we'll do a demo. We'll do a test when on how it erases. I just actually got that in Sunday. We didn't get any mail on Saturday, I guess because of the ice. We didn't get snow down south of Atlanta. I don't know, Carla. I have no idea. So anyway, we didn't get any snow down south of Atlanta. They got it up where my daughter lives, but they did have ice. So I'm thinking that they just didn't do mail on Saturday. If they did, we just didn't get any on Saturday, which is really unusual. But Sunday morning, that package was in my mailbox. So I'm thinking they either delivered like late Saturday or maybe into Sunday. I don't know. But I got it yesterday in the mail. So, yeah. So, yeah, we got a little bit of ice, but no snow like they did in North Atlanta. Okay, now a couple other announcements. First, I'm going to do a giveaway later of our weekly pack of old art cards and ATCs. And if y'all were here when my daughter was here and we made these 40 packs, well, we made 30 something, but I've since made a few more. So we have like 40 packs of these. I'm going to try to give one a week. And you didn't have mail either, Suzanne? Okay, yeah. I'm going to give away one of these a week. And then a couple other announcements. If y'all remember last week, we got some mail from Julie Rose where she made me that gorgeous, gorgeous tote bag, quilted bag. And then she sent us some color books and magazines and things to give away. Well, we gave away the Doodlers Anonymous. That I think it was Friday, right? We gave away the Doodlers Anonymous, and she also sent this stamp. And I was going to do a giveaway for this today, but I changed my mind. What I wanted to do is Jean, who did an awesome job of organizing the streamathon, the New Year's Eve streamathon with like, I don't know, 10, 15, how many were there? 15? I forget how many streamers there were. But she organized the whole thing. She charted it. She timed it. She linked it. And so I'm going to send this and some of the Christmas napkins to our Jean as a thank you for doing the streamathon. So that's going to Eugene, not to Eugene, but to Eugene. So I'm going to send this up. To Jean. Here's the picture of the little girl, and yeah, it's the Pretty Girl Susie Blue Unity stamp. So we're going to send that to Jean. I think everybody will agree that Jean worked hard and deserves a little reward. So yeah, we're going to send that to our Miss Jean from Miss Julie Rose. You're welcome. I know. You deserve it, Jean. You worked really hard on that streamathon. And then another giveaway I'm doing for another person that is supports the channel, especially over on YouTube. She's probably my greatest YouTube cheerleader, and that's Artsy Marilyn. So Artsy Marilyn, I'm going to send you Fairy Lane that Julie Rose sent us. So this one is going to go to Artsy Marilyn for all the hard work and nice comments and promoting that she does for me over on YouTube. So this is going to Artsy Marilyn. Thank you, Julie Rose, for sending it. And thank you, Artsy Marilyn, for all the hard work you do over there. It's so, so kind. Nobody asked her to do that. I've never asked Marilyn to say anything about my channel or anything over there. She just does it. She always She always just says nice comments, tells people to subscribe and follow and all that. And she just does it out of the goodness of her heart. So we're going to give this one to Marilyn. So, yeah, that's going to you, Marilyn. You're welcome, hon. And then later on today, like I said, we're going to give away this pack of goodies. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. Again, we're going to work in hopefully I hope I got my camera settings good for this morning. We're going to, I know, she deserves it, guys. And I appreciate when people, I do try to send out little treats to people that are real nice and comment a lot. And, I'm aware of it. Let's put it that way. I am aware when people are always saying things on Ustream and YouTube. So let's go ahead and do some work in abandoned places. If y'all do not know, this is a book. I was gifted one, which I promptly cut up, and I went and bought another one. And you can get this on Amazon. They're on clearance. They were on clearance, like at Books A Million, and some other bookstores as well. And it's a big, hefty size book, hardback book and we got it. I've been altering it. And so I know you've probably seen some of the pages we've done and are in process of working. This is one of the few in this particular book that's finished and varnished. I don't usually varnish altered books, but because it's almost just like my Delusions mixed media art journal, I'm doing kind of the same thing in this book. I'm going ahead and varnishing it, and I use everybody always asks me, but if you do not know, I do have a video. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. I do have a video on all the supplies I use in color pencil and in collage. So this is the varnish that I use. It's the Delta Creative Gloss Exterior Interior Varnish. And you can get it at Ceramcoat. You can get it at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. It's about $10 a bottle, but you use very little. I mean, I don't go through more than like one of these a year. I mean, they just last a long time. And if you're doing a big page like this, if you put some down and spritz it with water, you can make it flow a little easier on a full-on page. Because this is not a painting where it has to have 3 coats of varnish or anything like that. It's just in a art journal. But as long as you let it dry 100%, your pages will never stick. So, you like when I work in this book? Thanks, Lindroyd. So this is one of the finished ones. And then there's just different. I'm going to do kind of a quick flip because it's a pretty thick book, but you can see we've worked on different pages. I recommend, and I told everybody before, now I've not done my whole book. There's somebody that has actually already matte mediumed their whole book. I recommend on a gloss surface like this, if you're going to alter a book that has gloss finish like this, that you matte medium it. Now I use golden matte medium. It's not cheap, but it's one of my go-to products that if I only had money to buy one product, it would probably be golden matte medium, other than my pencils, but my color pencils. But anyway, if you put it in a dish soap bottle, you can squirt out onto you can squirt it out how much you want. And you're not having to pour from the jar and then clean off the lid and make sure that it doesn't, you don't glue your lid shut and everything. Because in this, you can just pop it, squirt out what you want, close the lid. It does get a little, crusty around here. You got to sometimes peel off the excess or just get a new bottle, a dish soap bottle. If y'all have any questions, put them in caps. Thanks for watching here on the live show. It is a live show with a live chat and mostly awake people. Here's one that's in process. We put a let me move my lamp back just because there's a glare right there. So anyway, what I was saying is if you matte medium the whole thing to knock back the shine, it will it just is more cohesive to work on. Although at the end of the day, I coat the whole thing with varnish, a gloss varnish. So, it's like taking away the gloss and then putting the gloss back. But it's just like while you're working on it, if you knock back the gloss, you can use color pencils. Color pencils are not going to work on a glossy surface. So there's that as well. Here's one we've worked on. And I think I'm zoomed in just about the right amount so you can see the full page. So let's see what else here. I'm just going to kind of flip to some pages that we've worked on. I think there's one other full done page. This one. And I've not varnished this one yet, but I will. We did this one on a stream. And what else have we done in here? There's little bits where we've added. The page I think I want to work on is the one where we had that tiger. I'll see if I can flip right to it here. Okay, this one's done. This has these little people that were looking over the edge, and there were other layers of building here. And I just got rid of all those layers of building and turned it into like a space scene. And I like how they're looking over the edge and they're like looking into space. I love this concept on this page. Here's one that's, I could add something else to it. I just kind of played around. There was a ship there, added the water, the moon, different things. So what's fun about doing a book like this, and again, I'm using an Abandoned Places one. Use whatever you like. If you like garden scenes, then get you a garden book that has lots of gazebos and secret gardens, and then alter that. If you like animals or exotic animals like tigers and bears and or not bears in Africa, but giraffes and that kind of thing. If you like animals, then get you a book that has a lot of animals. If you like dogs or cats or whatever, get you a book to alter that has imagery and themes that you like. Otherwise, you're not going to stick with it. Okay, so here's the one with the tiger. And we just tacked him down. He's not glued down. I just put a little bit of glue stick on the back just to hold him in place right there. But I'm thinking I might even want him over here. I'm thinking about some flowers. So what we've done on this one so far is I just did the end of the little tunnel there with a little spacing. And so I'm thinking about continuing with this one. I like the tiger. I also pulled out, I usually keep one fashion magazine around at a time. Because then I'll work out of that, and then when I find that none of the images are appealing to me, because I don't put many people in my collages, and I've said it before that I feel like you are the person. You're the person in the story, in the image, in the art, and so I don't put many people. But sometimes people go, "Oh, put some people in there," so I do occasionally put some people in there, But I think what I want to do is I want to kind of border this maybe with some flowers. I got some flower catalogs. I have flower calendars. So I'm just thinking, let me just look through this catalog here. I like these water lilies. I'm not sure I'm liking exactly the colors. It's a little, I'm thinking I want something more blue and green. But I'm going to pull that out just in case. So if you have any questions, just put them in caps in the meantime. Okay, here's some with yellow. I kind of like these. Oh, let me grab my scissors. And so we're just going to work on this. After I finish this one, I might go in and show you guys how I've painted out some areas. Although that's kind of self-explanatory, but people like to see the full-on demo. This one's already kind of prepped for me by painting out the sides here, the bottom, and then the little tunnel right there. I don't know why I always grab these big scissors when I'm collaging. I need my little, where's my little cutter bees? Where's my little, there we go. So something like maybe these. Now they make it kind of long. Let me just cut one out to see if I'm going to like the yellow and white flowers. I mean, it matches this, but it might not be enough contrast for the background. And so what you do when you do collage is you cut out a lot of images, move them around on your page, especially if you're using an altered kind of book or, some kind of background you've already started, and just move things around. Don't be afraid to tear things in half, cut things in half, upside down, right side up, just whatever. I got a really nice, entertaining, beautiful food book. You haven't started. Yeah, see, there's anything you like. If the topic doesn't interest you, you're not going to stick with the whole book, for any length of time. You might do a few pages here and there, but you're not going to stick with it if you don't like what it is. So I'm kind of liking that. Okay, so let's see. I got a couple other ones. There's a tiny one. I'm just thinking that, let me just kind of cut around it here just to kind of see. I think it'll get lost if I cut the green away up here. So I might do some different ones. Here's a tiny one. Let's go with this little one here. So it's just, I don't know. I just love collage and, and mixed media where you can use anything you want with your collage. It's not just straight on collage. We're painting, we're using pencils, we're using everything. And good morning. Hey, Bunny and Taps. Anybody else popping in since I said good morning to everybody before I hit record? If you're just now coming in, thanks for being here. So I'm thinking, I like him here, but if I'm going to add flower, I'm going to want him over here, somewhere where his head doesn't get lost. See, like somewhere right about there. I'm going to like that. So in the meantime, I can think about adding some other flowers and positioning them around. And, the scale, like this is closer and farther. But if you play with that as well, small and large things, if you move them around different places, it'll give you a totally different look. Hey, Sue. Delusional Princess. Anybody else? So, let's just keep rolling here. So I think I'm not going to go with the pink flowers. I really would like something blue. Let's see. I could use a couple more small yellow ones, maybe. Oh, here's some that have some orange in them. Let me cut these out. So I just talk through my process as I'm working. This is a chatty show. Just saying, if you don't like chatty shows for hours on end, this show's not for you, because that's what we do here. We chat, we talk, we explain, we over-explain, we repeat. We talk about the same process over and over if that's what we're working on. So just be warned, just be warned. Don't email me. Okay. So something like, working its way back. That one may be a little brown on that side. It's kind of getting lost. So I may not even use that one. Let's try this one. Let's just see what happens. So my process videos, I talk out loud what I'm thinking in my head while I'm working, along with answering questions in the chat. Hey, Flint Rock Rebecca. Anybody else popping in? Thanks for being here. Let's just cut this one out and see if I'm liking that better. Yeah, that one pops out a little better. So I'm liking that. That gives us like 3 little flowers. I'm liking that. I'm going to go ahead and pour out some matte medium in my little tray here. And I'm going to get a brush that's designated for a glue brush. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show is when I varnish anything, I use a sponge brush. If I'm just doing a little art card, I'll just use my finger to smooth the varnish around on a little art card. But if I'm doing an art journal or anything large, I will use a sponge brush because it doesn't leave brush marks. And this stuff does level out. You just let it, lay it flat overnight or for a few hours, and it'll level out. And it does look kind of milky when you put it on, but it dries perfectly clear. And speaking of, if y'all remember last week, we poured a big blob of it on this old postcard that I had that with the spackling, and so now you can see how nice and thick and glossy that is with a big blob of it, and it leveled out and it dried clear. So yeah, so there's the finished spackle card. This is from like 6 years ago. And I pulled out some old ATCs, and these postcard size were in there as well. So you can see it's like looking into a little world with the spackle. Let's see if I can get this. And I don't put gloss over the spackle. I don't know if anybody asked that. Okay, Pepper. Hi, Claire. No, I don't know if anybody asked, but I do not put the gloss varnish over the spackle. I leave that to make it stay looking like rock or old aged copper or whatever. So I don't put the gloss varnish on that, just on the inside. So you can see there. So I just wanted to share that with you. But when you put it on a large page, you want to use a sponge brush so it doesn't leave brush marks. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. And, get a glue brush. My glue brushes are the only brushes I leave in water, so they don't harden, and they're designated just for glue. After they go in the glue water bucket, that's all I use them for, is just for matte medium. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these two down here. Sorry guys, I got an incoming mail. It kind of froze me for a second. We'll move here again in a minute. And I put the matte medium on your page, on the back of the image, and then over the top. Don't ask me why, but it does matter if you put it on all three surfaces. And then I'll take a card. Let's see, I've got one here somewhere. There's one. I'll take a card and kind of mash it down like that. And really, I should put some varnish. I should put some wax paper behind here because you don't want to glue your pages together. I've already painted the edges, so I just need to be careful not to scrape off the matte medium over the edge and glue my pages together. But you do want to put some wax paper between it when you're painting all around the edges. When you varnish a canvas, do you use the sponge brush also? Yes, I do, Diane. Anytime I'm varnishing, I use a sponge brush because it doesn't leave marks. And also when you're varnished, especially if it's a gloss, even if it's a matte varnish, while it's wet, you can tilt your substrate, your book, your canvas, whatever. You can tilt it and see where it's wet and where it's not. So you can look and see if you've missed anything. And if I've missed anything, I don't mind using my finger on anything. I'll just, smooth it out with my finger. But a lot of people don't want that on their hand. It's hard. If it dries, it's hard to get off and all that. Did you mix the color and the... Oh, yeah. Somebody asked me that as well on YouTube, and I did answer in the comments. The spackle is... I do not... Let me see if I can grab one from last week. The spackle color is not mixed in with the spackle. It is separate. Let's see. Where are they? What did I do with them? Hang on, guys. Let's see if I can find... here we go. Because I had some sample ones where they were in process. Now I can't put my hand on them. Where I show that they're just white spackle. It's white spackle, and then I paint over them after the spackle is dry. Now, I'm sure you could probably... I can't find the sample ones I had. Anyway, I'm sure you could... mix it in if you want, but Look at see how I've got 2 or 3 colors in there? I've got like a copper color, and then last week you saw me kind of blend over this blue-gray on top of the cracks. So yeah, the answer is it's white spackle, completely dry. And that takes a little time to dry. Then I paint over it. Now, when you come up along the edges, it doesn't really matter if you get onto the back here if you know you're going to paint over that. But if you come along an edge where you're not going to paint it out, you do have to be careful when you paint it. Painting the edges if you don't want to get it on your image. But like up here, I knew I was going to have a black background, so it didn't matter if the copper paint got into the sky because I just painted that out. But you do have to have, you got to paint it. You got to go along the edge. And but yeah, it's white spackle. Okay, so let me get some baby wipes here. I'm always, I could go through a pack of baby wipes a week, and that's no joke. Because I use it for so many things. All right, so let me go back over here now to this one. And you can take as much time as you want in your little world that you're making, I do hurry a little bit because we're on a show, on a stream, and I try to get a lot done. But you don't have to. Hey, Lulu, you do not have to rush. I'm not going to glue him down yet because I may want something behind him. So I'm just kind of thinking and looking at what I want to do. I might kind of want some flowers kind of even closer than this. Let's see if I have a nice big... Just kind of flipping through this garden magazine. I might want a few more. Let's see. That one may work. Let's go with some smaller ones. I think I'd rather cut a whole bunch of small ones. There's those two. Hey, Susan Ribbons. Anybody else popping in? That's a good yellow flower. I'm just going to kind of looking for some yellow flowers for the foreground here. Some purple ones, but I want to stick with either yellow. Here's some grasses. That would be kind of cool back there, although I could almost just paint those in. Oh, some fish. I love this big fish. I wish I could figure out how, let's see. Well, I say I wish. I can do it if I want, if I think about it. A big fish. And here's some cool rocks, too. Maybe some rocks down here in the lily pond. Let's see. I think I've... Let's see here. And again, you just almost have to kind of test. You almost have to kind of test where you might want some. Maybe he's stepping on one right there. Stepping on a rock. All right, let me go ahead and cut out a couple more flowers and kind of arrange them. This is a thinking out loud process video. If you're just joining us for the first time. And I guess I could cut in here under the camera. Hey Army Linda, how you doing? Good to see you and everybody else. Thanks for being here. We have a full house. Mondays are usually the busiest day because I always stream on Monday. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. But and most Wednesdays and the occasional Friday. So if you're joining us, and I don't worry about going off the edge. I can trim the edge. I'm just kind of laying it out. I don't want to lose the dramaticness of him though. So it may not need the rocks. I may just go with some close flowers. Just kind of sitting it down there for a second. Oh, so anyway, this fish. I would love this fish because it's like a water pond kind of feel. So if we could incorporate like the fish coming out of the atrium top here. Let me kind of slide this back down here so we can see the whole thing. That would be awesome. But we'll see. So let me cut the fish out. And he's not, he's not completely there. So I have to use what's there. So let's see. And draw some big whiskers on him. That would be awesome too. Some big whiskers. So if you have any questions, put them in caps. Love seeing all the new people. Also, yeah, hey Pat. Yeah, it's awesome to see new people. Thanks for being here. Hey Yee. Okay, so what I'm thinking though is like the fish coming out even across here like this. Something. Now I've got to place him where he's going to show up. So it's got to be like something like this, like on top of the blue. Now I'll put clouds and things up there. So we can like get rid of the he's not all there look. So I'm just going to go for that. I think I'm going to just put this fish up here. So I'm going to put some matte medium on here, on the back of the fish, and then over the top. Somewhere right about there. I'm liking that. Again, I really should put wax paper behind the pages because I don't want to glue these pages together. Trust me, I've done it before. Glue pages shut. Like that. And then I'll put big like catfish whiskers on him so that you can really tell it's like a koi or a catfish kind of. That's the kind of catfish. I mean, it's the kind of fish that has whiskers. All right, I think I will go ahead. I got to squeeze out a little bit more matte medium in my tray. And I will put this flower right down here. Try not to glue my book together. And I'll just trim that off. Because I'm going to have him somewhere right about there. See, there's a little something on the wall. Now, I can always paint that stuff out. If that's going to be distracting, I can just paint that out before I put him down there. But I'm just thinking that might work right about there. With just his paw on the flower. I'm just not loving the rocks. I mean, I kind of want it to look like a koi pond. But that's kind of not working for me. I just need a couple more flowers, I think. Let's cut out a couple more. I could also go with some lily pads, green lily pads. So if y'all have any questions, just comment. I'll put them in caps. You like the catfish? Yeah. Well, I think it's like a goldfish, koi fish. But I don't know if they're in the same family because they have those whiskers. But he's yellow. That's why I'm going with colors here, guys. Sometimes if you go with a color, no matter what the image is, if you have a whole bunch of color, the same color item, try to incorporate them into your scheme. And you'd think, wow, a catfish and a tiger and a lily pad all in one. But it's the color that's bringing it all together. That's what's making it cohesive is the color. So, alrighty. So we got another little flower here. I just want that one right there, right at the end of the railroad. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this one. And, you want to move things around and think about it, but you don't want to overthink about it. If you overthink it, you will never glue anything down. Don't ask me how I know, but you'll never glue anything down if you just constantly, okay, I gotta get this, constantly shuffle things around. Not that there's anything wrong with that, in the beginning of your planning stage, but if you spend weeks, if you spend weeks trying to decide where something should be glued down, you'll never finish a page. I'd rather mess up a page, not have it work, and just go on to another page than to overanalyze it so much to the point where you don't ever glue anything down. So I think we need another little something right here. Let's see, this one might be a little big, but if I just use half of it, let me just cut this one out. I think if I cut it like this. But the thing about collage and in mixed media, mixed media, but collage in particular, is you can make your own worlds. You can do anything with collage. I mean, you can paint it too. But a lot of time people go, oh, I don't know how to paint this or paint that. But you can cut things out and make a world with just cut out images. Because anything you can imagine, if you just imagine, oh, I want a tiger in a subway. Well, you can find that somewhere. It may take you a little time to find those exact images you might be thinking about, but you can do it. You can find them. Again, I want to be careful not to glue my pages together here. I think that should probably come right off the edge, and let me cut it. There we go. Come back here, little tiger. Don't get away from me. Okay, so let me get off any excess there. And of course, heat gun. I dry it as we go. All right, so that's going to end up going right here. Don't want to glue them down yet until I decide if there's anything else I want behind them. I'm not really liking that bright white light right there. There's lights here already, which I'll probably accent those, but this right here is a little, it does kind of draw your eye in toward the back, but I think these little lights here could do the same. That's a little distracting to me, so it either needs to be covered up or painted out. And, you can do either one, and I do either one. Okay, but I think I got enough flowers down here on the bottom. So I'll just keep these rocks. I just don't know if I want anything behind them or if it's just kind of looking good like that. Big mistake. I don't know what mistake you made there, Terry Trouble. Y'all, yeah, if y'all have, ooh, look at this piece of calendar with the, I think it's Utah, I love me the red rocks of Utah. I think that's what they're called. Let me just see here if I cut these babies out. Just never know what's going to strike you when you flip through a box of collage elements. Not saying this is going to work, but I'm going to test it. And there's a pretty flower on the back right there too. Keep that for another page. Although I like this green. I'm liking this green for the top. Let's just cut that right out and see. Might be too, yeah, it's too much. I don't need all those colors. But I do like the green hanging off, But I think I'd rather have him in clouds. I'd rather have him coming out of the clouds than coming out of green. I love the idea of him coming out of the lily pads, but the green is not cohesive with the flow of what I'm doing here. But I do like the idea of him swimming out of lily pads out of space. I want to set that aside. That's another page idea. Okay, so back to the little bit of red rock here. So I'm just kind of thinking it's gonna get lost. You're not gonna notice it. It's not dramatic enough. So I think I will just, I'll keep it for another page. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go with the tiger here. I'm going to go ahead and glue him down. And then we're going to get some paint, start painting. Do I want him right there? I think I want him over just a little. I want his head just kind of be arched, you know, in that arch there, so he really stands out. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm liking it. Okay, let me hit it with the heat gun, then we'll get out some paint. A tiger fish. I like that. I didn't even think of that, Vicky. And good morning, by the way. Well, we got Vicky BR and Vicky S. Vicky S said tiger fish. Oh, I love that, Vicky. I really did not even think of that. I did not. I mean, we could even put stripes on him, like a tiger. Let's put a few stripes on. Oh, thank you, Vicky. See, things just come to you when you have a whole room full of people. That's awesome, Vicky. And I got my baby wipe here. It's picking up a little excess on my hands. So we'll finish this page, and then what I want to do is like start, blocking out a couple others just so you can kind of see it when we get done with this. But in the meantime, let's see what the easiest way, probably with the big scissors here. I want to trim off, let's see, I got to turn it so I can get at it. I want to trim off the excess flour here at the bottom. That's hanging off the edge. There we go. All right, let me put my glue brush back in water and while I'm not using it. And let's go ahead and get out some paint. So I do have a big stack of collage here, including my other book, my one that I cut up. Same book, I got two of them, with all kinds of collage bits and, Oh, look, here's another. Oh, love this. All right, so I'm going to pull it, not for this page, but I'm going to pull that out too. All right, yeah, let's go back to this. And now we're going to get out some paint. Hopefully we got my camera settings are pretty good today. Although the light changes outside, I really, honestly, should probably just close the blinds and work in a lit room so the light doesn't flicker or doesn't change. It's not flickering, but doesn't change with the sun coming in and out. But I think we're pretty good today. Hopefully. I know. All right, so I'm going to get out some of the colors I think I'm going to need. Of course, I'm always needing black and white. And again, I just use Americana. This is their new label. It has deco art at the top. This is their old label. This is a new label. It's not satin. It's not gloss. It's just plain Americana deco art craft paint. Again, not satin, not gloss. Pencils do not work over that if you decide to add any kind of pencil work, which sometimes we do. All right, so I'm going to put out some black and white, and then I'm going to also put out some white in its own separate little dish so I can splatter some stars and water this down for some clouds and things. So I'm just going to add some water to this. And then I have black and white over here, and I'm going to get out some other colors too. But, sip of coffee, which I made fresh. I need to go get some. Let me get a brush that will has kind of some loose, a floppy, any kind of brush that has floppy, it's kind of floppy like that, with that'll work well with splattering. So this is watered down. I could even add a little bit more water. And I'm going to add some, again, I'm going to put clouds and fog and mist and things up here, but I want stars up here. So let's kind of put some stars. That one kind of. Kind of all around the edge. Let's go ahead and take it down to the side here. And if it gets anywhere else, I can just wipe it away. But I think I might just go ahead and splatter just a little bit down here on the, just to give it a little something down here. I don't want planets down here, or maybe I will, I don't know, but I will probably want some planets up there. So I'm just tapping off some stars. Put a couple bigger ones there. All right. And then if you get anywhere you don't want, you know, you can just kind of wipe them away. Remember, this is coated with matte medium, and that's one of the benefits of having matte medium on your page is you can wipe things away. We'll fix him. He's not going to just be hanging there for long. Hang on. All right, I'm going to dry the stars. You girls crack me up. I do want to put some stripes on the tiger fish. And I want to get rid of that white right there. Sarah. It'll take a minute for some of those bigger blobs, but they're out of my way. I just don't want to drag my hand through any of it, right? Okay, so now let me get out a couple of, got to move my iPad out of the way here. I want, let's go with Heritage Brick. And I need a yellow ochre color. Let's see. What is this? And maybe, I don't know what other colors right now. Those two will probably work for, maybe I might need a little bit darker, a darker brown. I need to get me a new russet. I'm out of russet. Antique maroon. I don't want that. I want a brown. So I need some new browns. I don't have any more russet. What's this? This is an old Americano one here. I don't even think it's, there may not even be anything in it. Oh, there's a little bit. But, oh, I didn't need that much. All right, because I want to get rid of that. All right, small brush. Thanks everybody for being here, hanging out. All right, so I'm going to mix a little bit of the darker brown in the, make it a little lighter. I don't even know if you can tell the difference in the colors, but I need a little bit lighter than that. A little bit of the yellow in there. I'm trying to match that color right there. Here we go. And the more you play with color and the more you mix them and everything, the better you'll get at matching. I told y'all while Cam was here, one of his art assignments his teacher gave him was to pick a magazine image and match with acrylic paint. You had to mix your colors. You had to mix them. And mix 9 colors and match them exactly to a magazine image. And let's see, I need a little brown in that. So when he was doing that, I was going, I know, it's fun. He liked doing it. and if it was, I said, oh, that's pretty good. He goes, no, it's not perfect. It's not exact. Because what you do is you'll take your paint and you put it right on top of whatever it is that you're painting, and you can see if it's the exact color or not because you put the color right on top, right? So it's a great way to practice your color blending by just taking a random, take something or a book or something. Take something that's got a lot of colors in it. If you just get something that's 3 colors, you're not going to have a lot of blend stuff going on there. But, and I'm just going to kind of knock back this white. I just don't want it quite as bright as that. I want it still white because I want to lead your eye back to this little tunnel, but I don't want it this stark white. It's a good practice to blend colors. If you just get a magazine with a lot of colors, like a fashion magazine or something, maybe we'll try that's a rabbit trail, but let's see here. Uh-oh, dropped my brush. Where'd it go? Oh. Just take a fashion magazine and find something that has a lot, and skin. That's another good one. Like get a page that has a lot of skin colors, and that will be an excellent way to practice your skin colors. And maybe let me try to find a big face here. Let's try to, if I can find a big face, let's see if we can try that. That one's kind of in the shadows. I want something that's kind of nice and bright. Let's see. That one's kind of, maybe we might use something like that. I really want a big full face on the page. And I don't want to, okay, here we go. This is a good one. So in a minute, what we'll do, well, let's finish this project. It might be another segment. But what I want to do is I'll matte medium this, because pencil will not go on this, right? Pencil will not go on slick. But if I matte medium it, then we can try it with paint and pencil. So we can, now of course paint can go over this, and that's what Cam did, is he had a piece where he had to match, mix the colors to match exactly. So if you want some good color mixing and color matching practice, get you out some things out of the, what is that out? Okay, my yard bud. Okay. Hang on, guys. Hang on just a minute, guys. And I'll get coffee while I'm there. Hang on, the yard guy thing is here. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, back with you with hot coffee. So, what I was saying is if you matte medium it, then it gives it that tooth to work on top of with pencil. Now, if you're just going to work with trying to blend just some acrylic paint, you don't need to matte medium it. You can just, go to matching. So, catching my breath. So we'll set this aside and maybe do that here in a minute. Let's go ahead and finish this. If you have any questions, put them in caps for me. All right, let's go to the tiger fish. So with these colors here, let me find that little brush. I set my little brush down. And then where I put it. Let's grab another one. I don't know what I did with that brush that I just had. I don't think that's the one I had. Okay. Oh, there it is. Where's that brush I just had? Great. Oh. Hey, Kate. All right, so what I'm thinking is just adding some stripes here to our tiger fish. That's what we're going to call, that's what we're going to make it. And I want it kind of subtle. I just want a few little, let's put a couple of brown ones and maybe a little touch of black along the way. Just so you get the idea, you get the idea that it's striped like a tiger. Because we're going to put them in clouds up here. So the end of him is not going to really be showing much. Do I want any on his fin? Maybe a couple on his fin there. Nah, I don't think it needs it on the fin. See, I can wipe it away because it's coated with matte medium. All right, I'll get a little bit of black. Just go along it. A little bit of black. What do y'all think? And I'll shadow him down here on that side. Let's go ahead and do a little dark. And I'm going to have whiskers, right? I'm going to have white whiskers. And I'm going to add more white whiskers with Posca paint or Posca pen. All right, let me go ahead and dry our little tiger fish. All right, so, let's see. I'm going to take my Posca pen. Sure it's flowing there. Let's go. He looks great. Okay, so I'm going to, and I'll put some shadow on him because, behind the whiskers because they're probably not going to show on that blue. I can see them right up close, but you probably can't even see them. So, I'm still on it on the top of this. Let's get it flowing there. And I'll shadow it with a little bit of a gray or something. And I'll put some where the little whiskers are growing out of. And then down here, same thing with our I'm exaggerating, guys, obviously. You can tell that their whiskers are not that long. But I do need to go in between. I should have painted that out before I did the whiskers. Let me get in there with a little bit of that gold paint, I should say. I don't want that black. I want to get rid of that black and have the wall. So let me just paint that out. And then dry it and then go over it with because where I cut the tiger out, there's some black edges from the image itself that I don't want showing. So let's dry that. He kind of looks like a shrimp. That's the whisker. I need another coat. I didn't put white on it first, so let's lighten it up even more. Trying to match it to the brick behind his head. I think that's dry. Okay, so now go back over it. And then I'm going to add some shadow. Behind it, just make sure it pops out. Okay, so let's dry that. All right, now I want to water down a little bit, just the tiniest bit of a shadow. I think that will probably work. Let's see. Need to water it down a little more. Really water it down like a wash, because I want a shadow along his body right there. This is going to fade into a cloud, but I want it to have a shadow along his side here. Set him down a little, you know. There we go. All right. Now, I move some of this out of the way and get a brown pencil and a blue-gray pencil. My tray of most used pencils. These are just the Prismas that I use like every single day, and no joke, every single day. All right, now I need a gray. Let's see, let's go with this color here. Let me sharpen it. If you have any questions, y'all just talking amongst yourselves. So. We've done pretty good for just an hour. This one was completely broken, so it's taken me a minute to sharpen it up. Okay, so what I want to do is just put a little bit of shadow on those whiskers to make sure that they stand out. Just the tiniest bit. And then on this one I want dark blue-gray whiskers. Thanks, Sandra. And then maybe just a little bit of where the whiskers are growing out of the face. Because they'll get lost up here in this blue. I can always go back and add a little bit more white if I need to, because the white, it looks like it needs another coat. All right, I'm liking that. Let's see if y'all can see that. All right, so let's do a little careful touch up here. Because I really want them to stand out. It does kind of look like a shrimp, doesn't it? Now we put those whiskers, but you know, I want them to like tie together now that we called him a tiger fish. We have to cohesive them as part of the story now. All right. I'm going to go back in here with a couple little brighter things here. And then remember these lights right here? I want to make them like this one here. I'm going to add some more rays coming off of them. Like that. I think I'll add one more way. back here in the distance. Pat it down. It's a little bright for being so far away. Way back there. Let's kind of fade that out a little. Kind of pat it. Now I gotta start over. I patted it too much. I almost could probably use a gel pen back here, because I need it thin, thin, thin. I think I'll carry it out like that. Okay. Something like that. Not coming past that though. Okay. That poor tiger will think he doesn't fit anywhere. He just came out of there. All right, let me get my... I'm trying to move some up and splatter my paint here. Let's move this little watered down paint. Move my coffee. Gotta clear up some of this. All right, so now I want to go in here and work on some little planets and things, and then some clouds. All right, let's see if that blue's good. Some blue and some sienna color. These two will work. I'm just going to add a little bit of some stuff going on back here. A lot of it's going to get covered up anyway with the clouds, but I'm just going to add a little bit of, I call it nebulization. Turning the space into some nebulas and stuff going on back there. I don't need to get too much though, because I'm going to, again, I'm going to put a lot of clouds coverage, mist. I don't even know if you want to call it space clouds. I'm going to put space clouds. I hope the tiger didn't miss his train. See, you girls, you think you don't have imagination. You do. That just proved it right there. Y'all are talking about what he could be doing. Did he miss his train? Seriously, that's the kind of stuff, guys, that shows you have imagination. So I'm just going in here with pencil, and the reason that the pencil is working is because this has got matte medium on it. You can't do on a shiny surface. Your pencils, you'll make a mark, but it's not the same. You can't do this on shiny. It has to have the matte medium. No waterfall today. I know, right? We're just departing from the waterfall. I think it has enough with these two creatures and the flowers. It already has enough. Although in here could have a waterfall going by right in there. That may be an option. Oh, I like the waterfalls. All right, so let me just put a little bit of space going on back here. Hopefully y'all can see. My hand's probably putting a shadow on it, but I want this to all go the same direction like that. And now I'll go in here with a little bit of blue, gray blue. And this is the kind of thing that I like. This is my favorite part of collaging, is all the details. This kind of little stuff like this, because I can just sit here and get in my own little world and do all these little tiny details while I'm imagining the story and stuff. Hope y'all can see okay. The colors, my settings are good. Really trying hard to get my lighting better every time. Okay. Now I'm going this side. If there are any questions or comments or ideas, just shout them out from where you sit. He looks beautiful. Aw. Thanks, guys. All right, let's do a couple shooting stars, and then we'll do some clouds. All right. Hang on, let's do one right here. Okay, now let's dry that. I think I might want one star over here. All right, let's try this. Pardon me, boys. Is that Scooby? I gotta write that down. Pardon me, boys. Is that the cat going on a choo-choo? Woo, woo. It's going in the Wingnut book if y'all are wondering when I'm writing this down. The cat. So anyway, when somebody says something funny like that, I put it in the Wingnut book. Never makes sense later because I don't really put a lot of explanation. But we have a Wingnut book. It's where people say funny quips, quotes, and comments, and it's a Wingnut book. So those kind of things go in the Wingnut book. You never know what it means later, but they go in the Wingnut book. I love that. Good one, Scooby. All right, so let's dry, and then we'll put some clouds, and then we're going to call this one done. Track 29. He didn't make it on time. Yeah. Denise. Oh, my gosh, you girls, that's a good one. Okay, well, let's see. Do I want a little waterfall coming right over that? We could. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, we'll just white it out, right? All right, let's get some white here. And let's see if we want a little bit of waterfall back in here over the top of this, like. Just kind of flowing right over this little plaque thing. Nah, it's too distracting. Where's my baby wipe? Where's my baby wipe? I think I just want it without it. So we'll just go with it like this. The pages reminded me of when I took the train to New Jersey. One of the train stations felt all deserted. It was scary. You know what was scary to me, Vicki, is that you spent 24 hours on a train without a sleeper car. That's scary. Okay, so now I'm going to take some white paint, not watered down. This is not watered down, okay? But I do need my baby. I need a baby wipe. All right. So let me move my pencils. Gotta have a little maneuvering room here. We need a 29 somewhere. Yeah, we could. That's a good idea, Mildred. Put a 29 in here somewhere. We'll have to maybe do that. Okay, so I'm trying to do like, you know, a cloudy. Like this, see? I'm barely touching, and I want it a little bit into this world, but not much. I want the clouds to come a little bit over into this dimension, but not overly so. Just that much. See what I mean, Vern? I announced tigers on the line. Tigers. Hey, girl. Crack me up, I tell ya. You crack me up. Let's see, just a little down here. Since we didn't put water, we'll go with a little bit of cloud coming in. Incoming clouds. Incoming space clouds. Something like this. See, I don't want it to get distracting from the, I think I need to remove a couple clouds here because I don't want it to detract from the incoming shooting stars. And it's coming this way, and it's going to be, yeah. So I think that's probably just enough right there. All right, now, do I want a little bit down here? Maybe. Let's see here. It's too white. I don't know. Too much white. Maybe just a little bit on the edge, but I don't want to lose the dramatic dark effect. But a little bit of fog is good. And you can also get it thinner. Just take some white paint and roll it around on your baby wipe just to get it real thin. And you can get the thinnest little bit of white. So it just looks real misty. I don't want it too much though. Too much. Very light. Like that. All right. Now, what was it you said, Burn, to put in here, Mildred? What was it you said to put in? Now I forgot. Some mist coming out of there might be good, though. No, let's just leave it. I don't want to get it too misty. Don't say play misty for me. Alrighty, there we go. Alright, I'm liking that. When you started collaging, did you have the eye you have now, or did it taste? The more you do it, Pepper, the more you do collage, the more you can imagine a whole big world. Like you might at first start just imagine a room or a garden, or, you know, you might just have an imagination for a tiny something, but you can grow your worlds. I mean, let me show you two posters up here. All right, so here, well, let me just show you one for now because it's going to be kind of tricky to show it anyway. But I've done poster-sized collage worlds. So this is a book, right, that's like 9 by 10 or 12, something like that, 9 by 12 book, you know, each side. Something like that. Maybe 8.5 by 11 on each side. So that's the size of the book. Oh, yeah, 29. Yeah, let me write that down. I want to put a 29. Okay. Okay, I made a note of that real quick. So here's a poster, and we did do this on a stream. It's way back, at least a year ago, I'm sure. But, so this is a whole poster. And I'm not going to be able to show you the whole thing very easily. Oh, wait, knocking things over. Come back here, little brushes. It's been rolled up for a while, can you tell? All right, so I'm starting to tear it on the edges. I need to really do something with it so it doesn't get too much more ruined. So here, it's a full poster. I think it's about 30 by 30. Let's see if I can get the whole thing there. I can hardly get the whole thing in there. So yeah, so it's a whole full-on world in here. This will take you a little bit more practice. This one will take you a little more practice. All right. But, you know, practice in a book. Thanks, Renee. You like the sound of it? You like the crinkle? I love crinkle sounds, too. Some people don't, but I love crinkle. Yeah, it makes me smile, too. Thanks, guys. So, start with a page in a book, or even, you know, I would not tell you to start with an art card, a tiny card. Those are trickier than you might think because you have to scale down so much. Let me see if I got one of my sample ones here, because these are what I give away, just practically as fast as I make them. But when you have to scale something down to like this size, this is trickier to do than, this is trickier to do than you might think, because it's so tiny. Look, these are 3 by 4. So you have to, you know, you would think that you would be able to do this real easier. This is actually a little harder than this. You know, I would recommend something in between, you know, maybe, you know, like something like this. Or take a magazine page. Find you a magazine image and alter it, you know, to start. Just work on altering an image. This starts from scratch, too. This is like, just like my Dilution journals, they all start from a blank white page. So an altered book is, I think, a better place to start because you got some of the work done for you. You're still working on the Misty Space Effects. Do it in your finger. Do it on a baby wipe in your hand. Because a lot of the story is there for you to build on. Yes, I think there is a video on that poster, Lulu. It'll be at least a year back. And now we just hit the 600 videos. So, and also my mixed media collage playlist is probably the fullest one, but you can probably go into the mixed media playlist and go way back about a year. You'll recognize it, you know. Yeah, you have to email me, Yee. Yeah. Yeah, it is hard because you have to think so small, guys. Yeah, I'm only doing art card lists. I'm not doing any more birthday list. I'll put you on the art card list. I'm not doing any more birthday list. I'm scaling back the birthdays. If I have not heard from you or seen you in 2 years, I'm not doing birthday cards. And this may be the last year I do birthday cards and, you know, pass the torch on to somebody else to do birthday cards for the group. I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to do it all of 2017. But if I've not seen or heard from you in now I know there's a couple people that have, you know, we know from years and years that have health issues that are probably not here. They may watch. But if I haven't seen you in 2 years or 3, you know, yeah. Bye, Terry. You're welcome. Good luck with the move tomorrow. Don't forget to tweet us, Terry. Don't forget to tweet us on the drive. Yeah, let's see. No, this is a different one on the abandoned places. Oh, this one's on the cover of your abandoned places? This is the only ones I've seen is this one. Unless the dust jacket. No, the dust jacket's the same too, so I don't know. Um Jamie, your your birthday card's already gone out, Jamie. I'm not forgetting you, Jamie. I'm talking about people that got on the birthday list, may have come in. We saw them for a week, a month, and we never seen them again. They got on the birthday list, and I never seen them again. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Vicky goes, I volunteered to send the birthday cards, but they'd never receive them because Vicky BR sends everything telepathically. Ah. You'll be tweeting on the road, but not tomorrow. Okay, so the Wednesday? Okay. We're in town. Oh, you're in town one more night. Okay, Wednesday then. We'll be looking for you, Terry. Okay, so anyway, guys, I think I'm finished with this one. I'll take a picture of it and post it. I'll sign it somewhere down here. But yeah. I'll put some pencils on it and take a picture. If y'all want to protect your art from being, most of the time I don't worry about it. Color book pages and things like that. But if you want to protect your art in at least a little bit, someone with Photoshop skills will have to, but if you take some paint brushes or a thing of paint like this, and if you post your picture like this, take a picture of it like this. Someone Photoshop skills will have to get rid of all that if they really want it without it. So that's just a little bit of a way to protect your work. I don't, what do you call it? Put, I keep wanting to say rain mark, a watermark. I don't put watermarks on my work, but you could do something like that. Photograph it like this, and that's a little bit of protection against someone stealing it. But anyway. Okay, so what were we going to do now? Oh, before we do anything else, I wanted to show you how to, go to a blank page, and see how this I've already got kind of blued and colored out. Oh, that is I have to make cards for you. Sherry, I still have enough cards to last me probably another at least 6 months. Sherry and a couple other girls have stocked me up on birthday cards. I'm good for now, Sherry. Yeah, you might be making them for, and we'll see. I mean, like I said, guys, I'm going to do it all this year, but it's just become, for me, I literally spend one full day a week on Happy Mail. One day a week is dedicated to Happy Mail. So. Dee loved your stream with all the color books. Are you showing your journals? I have shown Miss Mikado. I have shown them off and on. Like every time I work in one, I show it. Do I want to pull out every single journal that I've ever done? Where's my phone? Well, there's my phone. Here we go. Let me show you something real quick. I hope I have it right handy. Right handy. Let me go to my, I probably have a couple right here. And I've done room tours. If you've seen any of my room tours here, here's just a few. Okay, here's just a few of my journals. That's one shelf. There's the bottom of the shelf. Here's a stack of just single pages. There's more journals. These are all journals. This is why I show them as I work in them. That's a stack of moles right there, molluscinas. There's a stack of them right there. This is why I show them while I'm working in them. Oh, it's good. Nice to meet you, Miss Mikado. Yeah. Hubs never minds going to the mail for me. That he never minds that. And you guys are good about sending stamps. It's the time, guys, that I have to spend. It's there's a lot of stuff I do behind the scenes that I don't talk about, show you, tell you how much time it takes, to do 3 streams, 2, maybe 3 streams a week, and my portrait business. Because you guys don't see my portrait business because I don't show my portraits that people commission me to do for the most part. Most people don't want their portrait shown online, you know. So, aw, thanks guys. Y'all are sweet. So you can see, here's just some torn out bits. All right, let's just go ahead and take this for a second because I have some black paint to get rid of and white paint. So what I'm going to do here, first I'm going to get rid of the white torn edges. Okay, that's where the paper's torn. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly make me a sky here with the leftover paints. And let's see if we can quickly do us a... Now I did not let, I can see where I didn't, and sometimes if you get paint in the cracks like that and you close your book before it dries, that will, you know, you can peel up some paint. But for the most part, get rid of the top of that building. For the most part, nothing ever comes up when I use acrylic paint. So we're going to just kind of make us a little sky scene here. Whoops, I didn't mean to pick up the black, but I mean the white, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. Can actually pull that over. So anyway, I'm just saying that I'm going to finish doing birthday cards this year, and I still do art cards. I will put you on an art card list, but you know, it may be weeks till you get an art card because the only time I make the art cards, guys, is here. And so, you know, if I only make 8 or 10 a month and I've got 50 people on the list, it might be a while till you get one. You know what I mean, Vern? So, you know, you have to be patient if you want an art card for free. Because that's the only time I do them. You know, if I carry that in a little bit. Okay, now let me get my floppy brush. The white paint that I have over here. I need to add a little bit more water. Okay, and the reason I like to splatter is because you get a variety. You can do this also with your Posca paint pen. Let's see, let's grab my light back here. The sun's really popping in my room. You can do this with individual stars, but it doesn't look as natural as if you splatter it. And if you get one you don't like that one might be a little too thick, just wipe it off, you know. Alright, so now let me clean my hands, dry this, and then we'll put a little bit of space in there. Just, you know, oh, we didn't put the 29 on the other page. I gotta go back and do that. Gotta go back and put the 29 on the tiger and the choo-choo. Get this nice and dry. But anyway, guys, so when I went back to do this year, when you get up to almost 300 birthday cards a year, when you get up, sorry, I didn't mean to yell. When you get up to, you know, between 200 and 300 birthday cards a year, it's just too much for one person to do. So that's why I started eliminating some people that I hadn't seen in years and years. Yes, it can, Vicki, the ink script email. Yes, Vicki. Thank you. And I do appreciate anybody that sends me postage money or stamps. Hubster does too. So, okay, so I'm kind of liking this. I need a little bit more something going on here with the white. So I'm going to go ahead and take, I just want to make a little bit more, and I need my pencils. We'll go with the blue. I love my blue, and let's go with some yellow here. Let's just see. The other thing, and I know I tell you these things every time I do a page, guys, and so don't email me, not you guys, but don't comment. So you repeat yourself. Well, yeah, because some people haven't heard what I'm doing before. When you add pencil, like, Prismacolors here, if you add pencil on top of your matte medium, your paint, your collage, and you're going to varnish, don't be light with your varnish. In other words, like, put one nice even coat. Don't scrub it in. Like sometimes when I'm doing my little art cards, I'm using my finger and I'm really just kind of rolling it around real quick. You can rub the pencil off. It can rub off if you scrub it in with your varnish. So just have a light touch when you varnish. If you don't varnish it, no big deal. And and I doubt that I'll probably varnish every page in this book. But I just want to give you all that little tip. If you do varnish, not to, rub off your pencil. I have thought for quite some time that it must be overwhelming and consuming since the group has grown by leaps and bounds. Yeah, it has. It has. This last year, Julie Topaz, it's got really way out of control. And I don't, I love sending a happy mail. I love art cards. I love birthday cards. But I'm only one person, and there's hundreds of you. And it's very time consuming. And I think sometimes some people don't know or don't realize I have an art business. I have a portrait commission business going, that you guys don't see because I don't air it. I mean, again, I'll do a portrait here every now and then or something like that. But for the most part, people hire me to do their kids, their grandparents, a deceased grandparent, or their pets, and they don't want them on air. Occasionally I'll get someone that says, "Hey, go ahead, do it on the air." And and I will. If I have the time or it works into my schedule, because I'm concentrating on getting their portrait done on their schedule, not trying to work it around my stream when it comes to portraits. Their portraits come first, and then if I can stream it or I can work it into the time, if they allow, then I'll do that. But otherwise, that it's one of the things that I do that people don't see because it's not on air. Does that make sense? I'm thinking I might want this to almost be like this could almost be a meteor. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's get a baby wipe. Let's get some white paint and let's streak this thing. Let's streak this baby across the sky. Well, I know, Sarah, that's the idea of the imagination of these pieces. You want to be there, right? You want to be there. So I got my baby wipes. If it gets, somewhere I don't want it, I can. And when you go across the ditch in a journal, I mean in a book or a journal, you got to kind of. So I want it to come through there and then out the back side. Let me get a brush here. So it's kind of streaks right through there. It's coming out of there. Don't want it to carry from the other side. Let's see. I need to put those sock monkeys, my sock monkey, yeah. I know. I need my, as my husband calls them, the puppets, to work for me, don't I? It'd be awesome to have an intern or something, but nobody lives nobody lives here, no one lives close to me. All right, so I think I'm liking that. Let's just bring this a little bit across the ditch. If my grandson lived close enough to me, he could do it for me, but he's in school, all into art and engineering. Something like this. I think it needs a little bit more like light right here. I know my arm's in the way, but I got to get it going straight like that. Okay, I'm liking that. Do I want this a little bit bigger? Maybe. Let me get a teal color pencil. Oh, here they are. Where'd my pencils go? Let's get a couple teal colors. Hey, Paula. Good to see you. It must be off today. I want this to look like could be a planet here. Or some kind of a, there we go, that's better. I like that better. There we go. What do you think, guys? We liking that? All right, let's see up here. Hey, Julie P. Friends of the art world, yes. I think he wants to go to school here in Georgia. He's trying to decide whether he wants to go to engineering or SCAD. I think we would like him to go to engineering school and SCAD and do art on the side, But it's totally up to him. Boo is talking about, I think I told y'all this already. She said, she wants to be a neurosurgeon. She wants to go to Yale Medical School. I said, girl, you better get yourself some scholarships. Better get yourself some scholarships. You want to go to Yale. Knowing Boo, though, she'd find a way. That girl is one determined little girl. She makes straight A's. If she gets an A minus, she asks her teacher to retest. Can I retest? She doesn't even want an A minus. She gets an A minus, she asked her teacher if she could retest. And they usually let her because, she's a straight A student. All right, there we go. I think that's pretty good. Let's put a little glow on the back side of that. Okay, I'm liking it. What do you think, guys? Are we liking that? Look, let's go. This is like a dusty western world. And look what we got going on up there. I know. Thanks, guys. Oh, she's very goal-oriented. I told y'all when she first started in professional, in competition cheer. When she first started in competition cheer, she was probably 10. I don't remember. But she likes to redo her bedroom every year on her birthday, which is close to Christmas, so it kind of works out. So she redoes her bedroom every year. And so the year she went into competition cheer, she'd been doing gymnastics and cheer for a long time, but not competition, where you travel to the different cities and you compete. She hadn't done that up to this point, so she I don't know if have y'all ever seen Looking for Bobby Fischer, where the kid that was real good at or Searching for Bobby Fischer, I think, where the kid that was real good at chess decided he was going to do nothing. His life was going to be chess, and so he got everything out of his room but a table and his chessboard. Well, Boo kind of did that, and nobody told her to do any of this. She just did it on her own. She got rid of all her dolls, her doll house. She didn't get rid of them. She wanted them put in the attic. Her dolls, her doll houses, her toys. She said, I'm going to be a professional cheerleader. I'm going to focus on just that. These are distractions. You know, that was her. That's how she is. And same thing with her schoolwork. Nobody, put any pressure on her to make straight A's. She's just very goal oriented. She knows what she wants to do. So what I'm saying is, if anybody's going to make it through Yale medical school and be a neurosurgeon, it would be her. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like this page. Oh, so let's go back to the tiger real quick and do a 29. And here's another one that's been worked on. Just different ones that we've worked on or are working on. I love this page. Let's go the other way. Here, I'm just going to do a little quick flip. I don't want to say let's put it this way, Susan. I always loved learning. I hated school. Boo and Cam love school. When there's holidays, they can't wait till school starts back up again. They love school. They both have great friends. Boo has all the cheer friends. She's in cheer in junior high. Next year she starts high school. She'll be in cheer in high school. Cam is in the art club, the engineering. All his friends are they're very artistic, but at the same time they're all like introverts. They all hang out together. They're very introverted. They're not the outgoing. None of them play sports well, there's a couple of them that are on swim team and stuff, but most of them are they're very creative, whether it's in the engineering field or in the art field. So I never had when I was in school, I never had those kind of goals. They weren't like presented to me. It wasn't really in our family for those kind of goals and for a lot of college or even talked about in school. When I was growing up, we had a lot of trade schools, which I think they need to bring back. But, where you could learn a trade. I don't know if y'all know this, but I follow Mike Rowe on Facebook, and he was talking about the average age of a plumber. The average age of a plumber is 65. Those skills are not being, those skills and trades are not honored like they used to be, and I think like they should be. So anyway, what I forgot what rabbit. Oh, so I did not like school. I loved reading. As far back as I can remember in school, I would have a stack of books. I'd go in a class. I would read the whole class. I did not like the classes. I love reading. I love studying, and I love learning. But really didn't like school in and of itself. But Boo and Cam love school. They have good friends, and they just like school. Hey, Miko. There's another one we work on. And they're all, most of them are in a state of working in them. But you can see how you can take, like this chair, none of this paint was here, added this, and it's still not even blended in yet. We put a word up here one time, then I collaged over it, and we got to blend that in. I'm just going to kind of flip here for a minute while we have a couple minutes. They need to really bring back trade schools, I think. More trade schools. Not everybody wants to go to college. Not everybody wants to be an engineer. And there's nothing wrong with that. Think where we will be if we have no plumbers, no electricians, no mechanics. Think of that. I mean, that's a scary thing. Exactly. Claire was just saying that a friend, and she's in UK, trained as a plumber. He couldn't find an office job when he was laid off. Now he makes more than his banking job did. So if you want money, trades are a way to go. But when I was in school, when I was in junior high, high school, back in the 70s, late 60s, 70s. They had all kinds of trades that you could do, shop and, all kinds of things that would kind of help you think about going into trade schools. I don't know. It just, you know, I know, Jean, I know. Anyway, let me keep flipping while I'm chatting. So, anyway, I love this one. This is one of my favorites. I like how we did the mist in the water and some mist coming down the stairs and little holograms on the little hologram worlds on the banisters. And this is all paint floating through. Anyway, I'm just saying that no, Boo may end up being a neurosurgeon, Cam may be an engineer with art as his minor, but I totally respect anybody that works hard and is trained in any skill that they want and love. You have to find what you love, and once you find what you love, no matter what it is, everybody should be respected for their job. Hard work is hard work. I mean, that's the way this Nana rolls. That's the way this Nana rolls. I mean, I grew up in a military family. Hubster is retired military. Then he went into HR, put himself through school, got his master's all the time while he was in the military. He put himself through school, worked on his PhD for a while. I mean, you know. Okay, so this one's done. Preach it, Dee Dee. Okay, Mar. So I'm just, and her name is actually, she says, pronounced like the cat sound, like a cat meow. It's a meow. That's how her name is, Mar, Mar cat. So this one here. So I'm just going to do a quick flip till we get back to the tiger. So this is a fun book. And another thing, I don't go front to back. I do not recommend, if you have one of these books that you're altering, go to a page that's inspiring you at the moment. For another reason, if you start working from front to back continuously, you're going to warp your spine and it will be all like wonky. So it's best to go back and forth and all over the place. This one is the last one we did last time we worked in this book. We did this one. And again, the pages that are still shiny I have not put matte medium on these yet. If you're working in a shiny book, it's best if you put a coat of matte medium on it, dull it back to matte, then paint it and collage it and all that, and then I varnish it with gloss. I know it sounds like kind of a redundant thing to do, but with the matte medium on it is why you can remove paint with a baby wipe, just like that. If you're working on shiny, as long as the paint's wet, you can still remove it too. But if you're collaging, if you have matte medium, that's how you can wipe back your acrylic paints. This one, I haven't done anything on this one yet, but I'm really looking forward to that one. And these kind of things like this, where there's big arches and opening, you can paint these out and put outer space or anything. If you have a garden, whatever these kind of spaces like that are perfect for altering your worlds. There's one we painted out. This one is in process. This one reminded me, this was a gas station with the like this was the drive-through. Well, there was no gas pumps there, and the supports, you can still see one there a little bit. I painted out the supports, put in a watch. This just reminded me of 2001: A Space Odyssey kind of thing. We have a door here. All right, so here's back to our tiger. Let's see, do we have anything else back here to show real quick? Yeah, this one we worked on. This one we talked about putting this deer over here like that in the mist. So I just have him sitting in here until we get back to that page. so let's go back here. We want a 29 on here. And it probably needs to be right in here on this little plaque. So let's see. Let's just try to pencil it in. Let me get a sharp pencil here, and we'll put a 29. Then we're going to end this segment, and then I want to, what time is it? 11. Okay. I thought about maybe doing a color book page, or we'll see. But I didn't want to go longer than 2 hours on this segment, which it's 3 minutes until 2 hours. Love the train station. Thanks. So, yeah, I just want something in here kind of subtle. Let's see, where can I kind of... And I'll put a kind of a white highlight on it. I want it subtle. I don't want it to like really stand out at you. But actually, well, I could have even put it on this wall over here. Well, if I don't end up liking it, we can always paint it out. See, it's very subtle over there. So yeah, we'll call this 29. I'll title it 29. See if anybody gets it. Now, if I tweet it out and put 29, don't you guys that are here give it away. Okay? Let's just see if anybody gets it. And I could kind of feather out some of my star rays. Let's see, I need a tiny bit of black. I'm going there with the pen. Oh, good. Thanks, DeMonte. All right, so let me just kind of feather out a little bit of my rays, make them a little softer. Same for up here. Let's see what we can do. So these little details like this, you know, that this is the kind of stuff you want to take your time and really don't overlook. Okay. All right, I think that's pretty good. You know, again, it's kind of tricky in the crevices there. Have you been giving away the envelopes you made? Yes, I'm giving them away every week, Miss Allie, and I have the second one right here. I haven't given away today's yet. Here's today's. Week 2, written right on it. All right. So let's just kind of smooth those little star tails out. And I think we'll call this one done. It's a little, you know, the sun is kind of, there we go. The sun's kind of coming through the window and giving me a little bit of brightness. But there we go. Now you can see the color right there. I mean, like I said, I could close the blinds and just use all natural, light bulbs. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this aside. We'll do our giveaway real quick. And then we'll go on to another part. We'll go on to another part, maybe showing how, if we go into a color book segment, maybe we can do a matching thing here, like skin tone matching with paint and pencil. We'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and do the giveaway for week 2. Thanks, guys. If my mods, Eileen, Carrie, let's see, Sherry, Vicky, everybody's here. Janet, thanks, guys. Where's my iPad? Okay, I got to have my iPad I moved it. Here we go. For the random.org. Thanks, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. And again, I do not know what's in each pack. I want to also say again, let me type in random. When you get your pack, remember, guys, Denise and I put these together, and if we took off either the back, if it was art piece with the letter attached. I kept the note, the letter, the personalization to me. And if they did an ATC, an art card or whatever, and they did not sign it, do not ask me who did it, please. I will have no clue. For one, I'm not going back in and seeing what's in each pack. I have 40 packs ready to go. And so I don't know. All right, why isn't my random.org coming up? Wait, oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. There's random.org. Let's bring up the little box. All right, so how it works, let me just set this here for a minute. How it works is wait till I type in the word. When I type in the word go, put in your number between 1 and 100, one number only. The person closest without going over will get this week's pack. Okay? Let me get a Post-it note to put the person's name. So it's just a little pack of art cards, ATCs, little bits of collage stuff, all that kind of stuff in it. And again, I've got all 40 packs. I just grab a pack for the week, so I don't know which pack and which stuff's in each pack. So it's a random secret, and I'm not showing them. So when you get a pack, if you win, let me know when you get it and if you liked it. So I know there's a lag. I'm giving myself and all you guys a couple of seconds to hear my explanation. Okay, everybody is now throwing in their numbers. Throw in a number. Because I want to give one a week. That's the plan. I have one sitting on my desk for each week. Yeah, one number only. Thank you, Vicki. I'll give everybody plenty of time. And I will photograph this for Twitter and Instagram. I'll set that over there to be photographed. So while y'all are doing that, let me clear my table here a little bit so we have some space for further projects. Okay. Crinkle. Let's move this one. So I have space for the next thing. All right. Put in a number. Put in a number, Miko, if you want to be in the drawing. Number between 1 and 100. And it gives me a second to clear everything off the desk. All right. All right. Did you get in a number, Miko? Everybody get one in. Okay. Let's draw a number. Well, we'll let random.org. Okay, so we're at random.org. Go into the little generate box over here. I already have it in here. A number between 1 and 100. Generate. Whoops, come on. Generate. 76. It doesn't matter, Yee. Nobody's going to, it doesn't matter. Trust me, it doesn't matter. It's the first person that gets closest to 76. I could have said between 1 and 50. It doesn't matter. Trust me. The closest to 76 is the number. Where's my Sharpie? The number 76. The closest to 76 without going over. Carrie said Carol Renee. So Carol Renee got it right on the nose. Was she the first person, Carrie? we always want to double check. The first person that put in 76 is Carol Renee. Got it right on the nose. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. This will go out to you, Carol Renee. I have her address. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have Carol Renee's address. So I'm going to stop this video and we'll do another project here in a minute. So thanks everybody for watching here. Thanks for watching on YouTube. And I appreciate all the followers and comments and nice people on YouTube as well. Thanks, guys. All right. So I'll be right back.